Chapter 7. On this particular day, Rizian is more optimistic than ever that her sister Teo will finally talk to their father about their desire to join the university. When Teo left with her father for the shop, she promised to broach the subject with their father if all went well. She already imagined herself as a student at the university. As they are preparing a meal with Rizian, Mama Milanoy raises the issue of FGM with her. She asks her whether she had heard of it. Rizian answers that she has not only heard but also knows about it. She goes ahead to ask her mother whether it is true that it was the women who initiated it. Although her mother confirms what Joseph had told Teo about its origin as true, Rizian still feels that it is the men who are to blame for it. At this point there is a knock at the door, and when Rizian goes to open it, she finds a man who introduces himself as Oloasudari. He tells her that he is a friend of her father, and although she tells him that her father is not around, he says he will wait for him. From first impression, it's clear that Rizian does not like this man. He on the other hand appears to have liked her. He lets his fingers graze the fullness of her breasts as he pushes his way into the house. Rizian, who notices this move, mutters inaudibly that he is ill-mannered. Rizian does not hesitate to tell her mother how ill-mannered the visitor is, but instead of listening to her, her mother cautions her to be careful lest she disgraces her father. She further asks her to go serve him with tea and make him comfortable as he waited for her father. As she serves him tea, she is uncomfortable, especially due to his suggestive gaze. It made her feel as if his hands were all over her, caressing her against her wish. When old Kalo arrives home, Rizian rushes to the door and almost collides with him. As usual, he finds fault in what she had done and tells her that her behavior borders imbecility. His reaction when Rizian mentions the name of the visitor leaves her worried at the turn of events. She notices a measure of desperation and fear in her father's face as he addresses Oloasudari. Old Kalo introduces Oloasudari to his wife and explains his pivotal role in his financial establishment. He emphasizes that Oloasudari is like a brother to him and thus should be denied nothing in that home. Rizian leaves the house and goes to look for her sister, hoping to receive good news from her. She finds her seated with Joseph, and on seeing her, Rizian notices that things did not work as she had expected. Her fear that their father refused is lessened when Teo explains that she did not get a chance to broach the subject. It is then that Rizian tells them of the monster who is with their father the house. Unlike Teo, who laughs at his description of the so-called monster, Parmuade is worried, and more so when Rizian discloses to them the name of the monster. He goes ahead to tell them that Oloasudari was a monster in reality. He was an extortionist who thrived through murky deals. This revelation scares the girls, especially Rizian, who had seen the anxiety on her father's face when he saw Oloasudari. Later, as they are talking, long after Joseph has left, Rizian tells Teo about the discussion she had with her mother regarding FGM. Teo is interested to know if their mother supports the practice and whether they had plans to take them through the ritual. When Rizian tells her that the monster Oloasudari interrupted them before she could get answers to these questions, the two of them agree that they must find the answers that evening. After Oloasudari leaves, Teo takes time to question her father regarding Oloasudari and their deals. He assures her that there is a great business deal in the offing but emphasizes that all is well. He however tells her that they will have to do a few things differently in the house. He reassures her that despite those few changes, he is in control. Hope so you found this content helpful. Show your support by simply subscribing so that you get notified when new videos are uploaded, and share with family and friends. Thanks.